No, I want some fanboys. Please, I want fanboy milk. No, please give me some fanboys.
In Australia, nobody really eats at the school canteen because everyone just brings their own lunch from home, such as pepperoni pizza, instant poodles, and popcorn. However, I recently learned that in America, not only does everyone eat their lunch at the canteen every single day, but also your school lunches are so trash that it can't possibly be legal to serve these to school kids. Okay, those are two interestingly shaped sausages you have on your plate right here. Because I don't know about you, but I personally have two dogs in my house, and sometimes in the morning when I open up my door to let them out, I step outside and accidentally step on something that looks very similar to one of these sausages. Your school is actually serving you dog poo. Like, that cannot be legal. That violates every single like health and safety protocol. The chef has had enough. He's revolting. This is the chef's protest for getting underpaid at the school. He's just gone and taken two massive dumps in your food, and you happen to be the victim. You are the unlucky victim who has to receive the poo. So honestly, this needs to get out. I do not want to see this food on my screen ever again. There is no way your school is serving you this without getting like charges pressed against them. Okay, whichever school you go to currently, you need to hand in your resignation letter or whatever it is, like the school equivalent, and you need to get out of there because we have a hot dog, which is calm, we have ketchup, we have mustard, and then we have mayonnaise, which, I mean, I hate to break it to you, but that day you did not eat mayonnaise. You ate someone else's homemade special sauce. The chef was feeling a little bit freaky and decided to do some sussery to your hot dog, and you happen to be the unlucky victim. So honestly, you need to get out, go to a different school, move school immediately. Bro, what am I looking at here? Why does your burger patty have 10 different lasagnas for me to stick my dingling in? How does a burger patty even end up like this? Is this even real meat? This could be like a vegan patty. What are these hoes doing here? They actually look like used condoms. There is no way this is real meat. I guarantee this is like some sort of like vegetarian meat or something. But if this actually is real meat, then I think you actually either might need some help or get out, because I think this could be mold or something. I don't even know what this is. This does not look safe to eat. I would not eat this myself. So yeah, you need to call up the police and report your school. Okay, it looks like we have a video here. Someone has brought their lunch home from school, or maybe they brought their lunch to school. Please stop. How long does this go for? 25. Whoa. Do not eat that. Stop. Stop. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Is this your bed? Now your entire bed is dirty with, what is that? Tomato sauce and mayonnaise? I guarantee that is not even mayonnaise as well. I guarantee that is something else. Why would you do this? Okay, so you've brought your school lunch all the way home just to film this video, because I assume phones are banned at school. So you snuck your school lunch into a tub and you just brought it home so you could film this, so you could be onto this video. Great. Now, was it worth it? Was it actually worth it, getting your feet and your bed dirty just to be in this video? You actually need some help. There is something wrong with you. Like, actually something wrong with your head. Apple white stuff is salt, by the way. Bro, did you just release your homemade special sauce into this apple's eye socket? Why would you need to put salt in an apple? And this apple looks extremely old, like over 10 years old. Do you see those wrinkles? Or maybe you just use an apple instead of, you know, your sussy sock underneath the bed. But anyways, if this is your lunch, then this is, yeah, you need some help. Why would you voluntarily eat this for lunch? What is this concoction? Is this boba milk tea mixed with a salmon head? Why would you do this? Or maybe the school just served you this and you didn't have a choice? What country are you from? Maybe this is normal though, okay? Maybe it's mean to consider this abnormal. But me personally, I don't really drink boba tea. I don't really like boba tea. But I know enough about boba to know that you're not meant to combine it with a salmon head. So yeah, you actually need to get out. Whichever school you attend, you need to get out of there and just move to the opposite side of the world. Okay, I don't know what is worse. This thing over here, the bun and the fish, or this fork. How is this a functioning fork? There is no way this is real. This could be AI generated. How is this stupid little fork over here going to pick up anything? And also, are you being fed raw corn kernels? Is this unpopped popcorn? I'm pretty sure if you try to eat that, that will like completely shatter your teeth. Or maybe these are like people's teeth. Like these are the victims of the people who ate the unpopped popcorn. But anyways, let's address the elephant in the room. So this is a hamburger. What is this even called? That's a hot dog hamburger with a fish fillet. I mean, the bread looks like it expired 2 years ago. It's either moldy or it's like chocolate bread. But even if it was chocolate bread, why would you have chocolate bread with a fish fillet? I think you need some help. You actually need to call the police and maybe report your school. So this is your lunch. A single slice of ham with, what is that, gravy? And then you have some chopped up carrots. And there is not even enough food to fill out this left thing over here. So it's just a two-course meal. How is this meant to be enough to last you the entire day? Like, I'm pretty sure your brain and your body need more food than this for lunch. But I mean, food is food. At least it's food. And so I think it's slightly questionable. At least it's edible. I love my moldy bread. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is moldy French toast. I think this is French toast, but moldy? Yeah, you can see the mold over there. Wait, why? Wait. So if you guys don't know how to make French toast, basically you sort of like whisk up some like egg mixture, then you dip the bread into there, and then you sort of put it on like a frying pan. But if you're dipping it into the egg, you would have seen the bread already, and so the chef would have noticed that it had mold in it before it put it into the egg, and even before they put it onto the frying pan. And so why didn't the chef just stop and just throw it in the bin instead of continuing? That is extremely concerning. And you still bought it, and I bet you still ate it. I bet you still ate it. But of course, if you find mold in your bread, do not eat that. Like that cannot be healthy. So I think you need some help. You need to report whichever school made this for you, because that is actually insane. That they should not be doing that. Buckwheat special sauce pickles mystery meat? What is this? This is an actual thing your school will serve you? Is this like a vegan thing? Like the mystery meat? So yeah, it's definitely not meat. It's probably some sort of like vegan meat. And then you have a whole lot of pickles on the side. Bro, is this a pickle salad? Aren't these too many pickles? Like you should only be having like a little bit, right? And then what is this over here? The sauce is, okay. Once again, your chef. Why are all the school chefs so freaky? Why do they keep doing this to the people's meals? There is no way this is mayonnaise or like egg and cheese sauce. This is his own homemade special sauce. Why would you not like recognize that immediately? If someone served me food and it looked like this, I would immediately send it back. I wouldn't dare touch it. I wouldn't even smell it. But you'd be able to smell it from a mile away, because usually like people's homemade special sauce smells like pretty bad, honestly. Like that, not speaking from experience. But yeah, honestly, you need a little bit of help. Maybe get out. But yeah, maybe you need to switch schools. Diddleable roach in the beans. What do you mean by that? Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Bro, why is there a cockroach in your beans? Instead of removing the cockroach from the beans, you decide to take a photo of it so you can like submit it to the Discord. If this was me, I wouldn't even bother trying to take a photo of it. I would just remove it from the beans immediately. But I mean, just looking at the school lunch, we have some tofu with chili, beans, we have some rice, and I assume there would have been meat here. I mean, it's not that bad. It's a pretty calm lunch, except for the cockroach over here. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna say it's calm, except for the cockroach. Okay, this is a very, I don't know, it's a very empty looking school lunch. We have, I was confused about what this was to begin with, but now that I have a look at it, I think this is nachos with cheese, although the cheese looks suspiciously like my own homemade special sauce. And is this the meat for the nachos? This looks like crumbled gourmet dog poo. And then what is this over here? This is like the opposite of gourmet dog poo. This is wet dog diarrhea. Is this meant to be like guacamole or something? Because if this is guacamole, I feel like the avocado is probably expired, I don't know, 10 years ago. But yeah, this one is slightly questionable. Okay, this is, I mean, this could be, it could be a vegan pizza, vegan pepperoni pizza? Because usually when they make vegan versions of like meat stuff, it usually looks a little bit strange. And so, yeah, this could be a vegan version of a pizza. Or maybe it's just a regular pepperoni pizza and it's like, I don't know, like 6 years old. It's older than P. Diddy's average victim. Why is the bread crust over here that brown? And why is the rest of the pizza that brown? It's almost as if you used, I don't know, like a different type of flour for the pizza base. But yeah, honestly, this is mostly calm. I think this could be calm. If it's not moldy, it's calm. So this is, what is this? Cheese with peas on toast. And you're just gonna have 4 slices and that's it for school lunch. What country are you from? Is this like the UK? I mean, technically it's edible. There's like really nothing wrong with the bread. No mold, no nothing, but it's just disgusting. And so I think this is just slightly questionable. Ground beef in apple sauce. What? Bro, there is more applesauce than beef. Is this how much beef you're allowed to have at school? This is 20% beef, 80% applesauce. And why applesauce with beef? Isn't applesauce meant to go with pork? They're just trying to fill you up on cheap applesauce rather than giving you like the expensive beef. This is actually pretty bad. You actually need some help. I would call the police if I was you and like report the school. Baked apple, maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Okay, what is that? That looks like my grandpa's ball sack. Don't ask me how I know what my grandpa's ball sack looks like, tastes like. No, looks like. Why would your school make you a baked apple? I think it's like a legit, I don't know, French sort of thing. Actually, you know what? No. I've had a baked pear. I've had a baked pear before, but not a baked apple. Okay, it looks pretty bad, no offense to the chef, but it looks all premium. You have your teacups and everything, so maybe you are from the UK, the United Kingdom. Let me just see what baked apple is usually meant to look like. Okay, wait. Okay, it can look decent, but most of the time it looks kind of bad, no offense. But I feel like this would be... Wait, this is just apple crumble, isn't it? But yeah, this one in particular looks pretty bad. Okay, this is slightly questionable. We got beef and cheese, fries, pickles, mustard, orange juice, and for the second choice, it's pretzels and chicken nuggets. Okay, you know what? This is pretty decent. But what is this, though? This is some... Bro, it looks like someone has gone to the barber, cut off their hair, and just dipped it in mustard and chucked it onto, like, a bun. But if this is, like, you know, beef or, like, anything, you know, regular, then this is a pretty solid lunch choice. This is calm. I think this is probably the best one we've seen so far. Lowest quality meal at a private school. Damn, this is a premium meal. Is this what you get to eat for lunch at a private school in America? That is actually proper. You know it's proper when like the chips look like that. It's like golden brown. And even the tomato. This is the most unnecessary tomato I've ever seen. Who crumbs their tomato and like I think pan fries it? There was no need to do that. You could have just put it into like a pot of boiling water. And you get steak as well. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, this is very, very, very calm. Mystery milk and moldy pizza. Okay. What is this pizza? I've never seen a pepperoni pizza that looks like this. Why is the entire surface covered with a thick layer of cheese? I think that actually might be too much cheese. And also, it looks like this milk expired in 2024. So... what are you doing drinking this? You submitted this in 2025. Why would you drink this? So not only is the pizza moldy, allegedly, but the milk is moldy. Wait, is this mold? I don't know what this is. Is this mold? So yeah, this is, this is slightly questionable. Pokemon bowl with salmon, salad, seaweed, green beans, and black rice. Jesus. So this is what you get to eat at school every single day? That is insane. That actually looks very decent. It sort of looks like something you might buy from like an actual like proper restaurant or something. And you know the salmon's good when it has like decent marbling. Like you have like the white sort of fat line streaking through it. I wonder how much this costed though. Like I wonder whether they sort of rinsed you for it. Because if this was at my school, I think they would have charged me, I don't know, like 15? Actually no, maybe $10. They would have charged me $10 for this. So yeah, this is calm. This is pretty calm. Dry buns part 3. Wait, so this is all you have at school for lunch? 2 like plain bread rolls? Isn't that kind of like unhealthy? Like wouldn't it be better to sort of like balance your diet with, you know, vegetables, a bit of meats, and then you can have your carbs? But I mean, at least it's not moldy bread or like inherently disgusting. I don't know whether I can say this is calm. I think this might be slightly questionable. Green liquid, carrots, celery, and noodles. Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, it looks pretty bad, but I mean, it looks like it could taste good. It could taste decent. It has potential. It's sort of like a minestrone soup, although the soup looks very clear. Like, it's a bit concerning how you can see through the soup and see stuff underneath it. I feel like soup needs to be a little bit, you know, thicker than that, because that sort of indicates that it has a little bit more flavor. This sort of just looks like boiling water. No offense to the chef. So yeah, honestly, I think it's calm. It's calm, although it's probably going to taste pretty bad.